I remember once upon a time, black people were clowned by white America for the natural given features that we possessed. It was quite interesting that I say that because the level of humiliation black people have felt for having full lips, for having well-defined cheeks, and actually natural stock bodies. The same white people who have clowned black people for these features are now the same white people who are going under expensive doctoral procedures in order to enhance their bodies, to make their features look like the black man, to make their features look like the black woman. And we can see this evident through the white media, along with the white culture as a whole, that there is now rising a tendency to steal the black ideas, to steal the black identity, to take everything as has been done prehistorically from black people for the benefits of white people. And it is quite a sign of insecurity for me, from the fact that the truth has been revealed about these white people, about their insecurity, about their whiteness, and their tendency to adopt blackness, and their attempts to make you feel bad about your skin, despite them going under tanning bodies and putting on all procedures to make their skin look as vibrant and as diverse as you, is nothing more than their inner insecurity about their lack of features and their lack of appeal, not just through their racism, but perhaps through their lifestyle. There has definitely been a shift towards now where the same whites who scrutinize black people are now dressing as black people, are now fixing their bodies to be as black people, are now seeking black genes and black families, furthermore, to try and milk for the benefit of their selves. It is quite interesting how we as black people need to respond to that, because it is very unfair for a white person to now give up their status being white and adopt these black cultures for their monetary gain and for their contribution to the white economy. It is nothing more than slavery. It is nothing better than what has already been practiced. And this is the one thing we need to realize, that instead of idolizing these white women who do these procedures and these white men who do these procedures, we need to go to the original root cause, which is the black man and the black woman who labored years and years to pass on those strong and wealthy genetics towards our black generation, and to keep the black generation safe from anybody who may try to steal from us on the level of our appearance, in order to covertly use what we have against us for their own gain. And the ultimate realization you'll come to is that your status as a black man can actually be reestablished with hope. The more you focus and you become realized about the importance of keeping the black core within the black community and driving out the racist whites, driving out the brainwashed, whitewashed blacks who sell the black people out, by driving out the viruses, the pesticides, the false beliefs, driving out the substances, driving out the limiting beliefs, and adopting the new revolution of the black man, you will realize that the way in which you thrive will become superior. You'll realize that the way in which you can manage America will become superior, and you will realize that the way that you can work towards developing your idea, your sense, your culture, your foundation, and your history within America will become blatantly superior, to the point where white people will feel so threatened by you that they will have to resort to the old tactics, those old tactics of racism, those old tactics of making you feel bad for your blackness, those old tactics of trying to colonize you, those old tactics of trying to control you. Those are all old. And they're only old once you realize that you as a black man are capable of bringing the new, just like our black leaders did, bring new foundation to the way that we could reside within the law. We must eliminate these beliefs. We must not let these viruses affect us on the daily. There needs to be some sort of ability to block them out with a wall or with a barrier. The same way that whites proceed towards driving out black people from their schools and their neighborhoods, whether they tell you or not. I can tell you that they practice integration, but they systematically preach separation. The same tactics that they use to maneuver you into a life of pain by racially abusing you, by lying about your worth, your history, despite the fact that they know nothing about it. The same defense, or should I say a better defense beyond the lies that the white people have created for the black people, needs to be reestablished appropriately by our black community as we establish the importance of blackness and being in a state where black people are no longer inflicted or responsible for the pain and the burdens and the accusations and the allegations that white people have proposed on the black community, which have proven to be nothing more than white laws established to systematically proceed and alienate and incarcerate and isolate and indoctrinate false poison into the black man without him being consciously aware of it, until he actually rediscovers through his factual evidence that he is actually just great the way he is. And that goes for the black woman too. The black woman, I'm telling you right now, is you cannot be a black man and not love a black woman. For you, if you came from a black woman, okay. So all of this praise you giving to these white adult stars on social media, or these white people who look glamorous in their teenage years, but once they realize the realization of the real world at a grand scale that does not accommodate for the status of racism, but rather accommodates for the status of hard work, you realize that these people who were indoctrinated with white supremacy become extremely fragile. And it is only the black woman that, despite all the pain and all the fear and all the oppression and the hurt that has been instilled within the black woman, this is the same black woman that has been able to rise in the years and break through by producing strong, noble black men, black leaders, and raising black people through an economy and a system that has oppressed them. And this is the best solution that we can propose. For as long as you remain within the black community and your ethnicity, or your parents or your family, your blackness is the key root and the core of your success. And that is the best way that it could ever be.